Hello, everyone. Will Mosley here. I make films about the creative process. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully, you're doing well. I want to like talk about. I don't know exactly how this is gonna begin, end, or whatever. I have something in my mind. I'm trying to articulate it, so bear with me. I'll try to title this whatever the hell comes out. I get I get I get really stressed, or I get anxiety at least a couple times a month. Maybe once a week, maybe a couple times a month, where I don't feel specifically like good enough, or just like I'm doing enough or being enough or all that. And I do think that this feeling, this vibe, is compounding in this new world that we're living in, where we're always exposed to everyone else's lifestyle. And it's very, very hard, even for the best of us, not to get into a habit of just watching and watching and watching and consuming. And by consuming, we're there's a lot of different things that are going on when we're watching and consuming. This is all me, the same. This isn't just anyone in random. What it's just like when we're watching something. Sometimes we're just enjoying whatever's happening, or sometimes we're watching something because we want to get to a certain point that that person's gotten to, or sometimes we're watching because we're trying to learn a new skill. There's so many different reasons why we consume and watch. It's education and escapism, and you can get in that trap where you're just watching and not doing. And I know it seems like super simple, but this is something that gets me every couple of weeks, and it drives me nuts sometimes, where I'm stuck in a circle of not being able to create, or not being able to accept that I'm done, or it's good to be on like a just a chill break or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's this itch, maybe for creatives. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, that if I'm not figuring out a way to create, then I feel unsatisfied. And then when you compound that with watching other people either talk about creating something, right? Or they're creating something, and my mood's in no intention to actually create, but I'm wanting to create. It's like, okay, cool, dude. Or I'm watching like just something just because I'm watching it. It's like, why the hell am I even watching this? And even though I'm having all these stupid thoughts, it's like they're all those things are cool. Like, all those things are great. It's just the mindset of where you just get into a rut. Like, it's cool that those people are showing you how to make stuff, and it's cool that those people are living their lives. And you need to go and live your life too and just chill. But it's hard sometimes when you get in that moment. And I I'm ultimately very happy. I'm just trying to mitigate a little bit of the lows and the highs, where it's like I've gotten to the point where a lot of this stuff is good, ebbs and flows, but I'm trying every few weeks, as it kind of comes and goes again, to work on a way of what gets me out of those small little ruts. Those ruts where it's just like either not feeling good enough or feeling stuck or feeling depressed or and I don't think that I'm any different from anyone else like you or whatever. I think that everyone goes through these just maybe at a different range or different span or different intensity. I don't know. I'm just learning a lot more about myself, so I'm thinking of ways to help when I see like those moments or see those triggers. How can I get from feeling shitty to feeling happy quicker? You know? I've already equated, this is a really long truck. I've already equated like what makes me happy. What makes me happy is creating. What makes me happy is my kids. What makes me happy is freaking food, some delicious food, right? All these things make me happy, but sometimes they also annoy the hell out of me. All of them. um, sometimes like it makes me super happy to like be around my wife and talk and us chill. It's like the only adult interaction, all that stuff that I typically have most days. But all these things can like trigger in a different way too, and it's like it's not them, it's you. It's like a lot of times like you're just in a mood or in a zone. Like I get in stupid moods where I'm just like don't want to do anything, but I'm like sulking in a brew of just bad energy because I want to do that one thing, but I can't for some reason. So, and I'm like laughing about this, but it's stupid real. It's for real, for real. So maybe the goal of this is to maybe help you and me figure out maybe a couple of little ways to maybe get out of those mucks a little bit faster. You're gonna go through those mucks, but just a little bit faster. Balance that scale a little bit more. And I'm thinking a couple of things that come to mind that help me get out of this latest muck. One, I find that now that I've kind of listened to Gary Vee a million times over, I don't listen to Gary Vee all of the time. I listen to a lot, but I don't listen to all the time. But what I do find is when I'm going through like hard moments where I don't have confidence in myself, listening to him, even a 10-minute or a 20-minute or even a keynote, he's able to hit that point of reminding me why I'm important, why what I'm doing is important, why I need to get out of my head, why I'm already amazing, and why I need to put in the work and stop bitching and crying about stuff. And like that's his message. Like that's what he says in all his shit, right? You know what I mean? It's not anything different. But when you're at a certain point, sometimes you just need to hear those things. Sometimes you need to hear those things again and again when you get into a moment to help remind yourself. It's kind of like sometimes songs, you know what I mean? When we listen to certain songs sometimes to make us happy, get us up and going. Well, I listen to fucking Gary Vee to get me out of a rut and like get me back on track to like, okay, all right, game time, focus. So I definitely recommend that. You don't have to be like super Gary religious and listen to like all his shit, but it's good to listen to like some of his keynotes when you're just in a muck, like a 45 minutes of him just kind of talking. And some of the stuff you'll be like, oh yeah, but a lot of stuff kind of hits and it's cool. And the cool thing about it is I could literally listen to the same keynote or the same like thing twice over or at a different time, and it still helps. So I recommend that. I recommend, and this is more recommendations for myself than you, but I'm hoping that you maybe take something from it. I also recommend, like, this may seem stupid and simple too, but I feel like I get into these ruts when I've plateaued, when I've gotten to a point where I finally got to a point where I'm happy and I'm like super proud of myself, and then I don't, and then I'm just at that level, or I'm at that whatever. I have to have that next itch, that next like drive to do something more. It's just as in my DNA. It's crazy because my good gets better, and better is technically really, really good, but for some reason better isn't good enough at some point, so I have to up the ante. it's it's crazy, but it is how you grow. It's growth. You learn more things, you keep yourself rolling, you keep yourself doing, and it helps you have purpose in life. I find a lot of times, when I'm in these mucks, like, it's just, I don't know, like, it doesn't do anything good for anyone else at all. And there's a lot of bad stuff that happens in life. There's a lot of bad things that come upon us. But I also think, like, listening to, like, Gary Vee stuff like that, it helps me understand, like, to just be grateful again. Like, it's just a reminder. It's not things that I don't know. It's not things that I've like I don't know. But it's he puts it into perspective where it's in your face. Like, look, dude, you're breathing right now. Like, stop crying, stop bitching. Like, you got this. Like, you're cool. Make this happen. And he's talking to millions, but he is trying to talk to like an individual. You know, he's trying to, he's doing what he's saying. Like, he's trying to tell you, like, hey, look, man, got this. And even if it's just, and this doesn't, you don't have to have sorry, I'm turning, or like getting in another lane. A lot of times there's just different things that we go back to, like rereading Harry Potter was my thing once upon a long time ago, that allowed me to just escape and focus and get reignited with creative energy. So I think knowing our staples to come back to when you're down will help you and me get out of our rut, our slumps, our downs much faster. Having those 2 or 3 things that we can just go to, that we all automatically know are probably going to help us out of that situation. And I think that wraps today's podcast. I think I'm gonna write 3 things down that I should go to, like, when I'm feeling that way. And I'm hoping that I'll tell you next time if it helped me get out of whatever it is much faster. Okay. Remember, if you need a trade show kit, like design assets, stuff like that, brochures, rat cards, business cards, everything in between, print related, I can help out with that. I can make that happen for you, especially if you don't feel confident in your design skills. Alright, go to heywillmosley.com. Again, that's heywillmosley, MOSLEY.com to get yourself a quote. Catch you guys on the next one. Hope you feel better. Bye.